Today's video is all about contouring your face. To contour today, I'm going to be using this palette from a brand called Contour Cosmetics. It's an absolutely lovely palette. It's got all these different colours, so great for all different skin types. And you also have their contour brushes too, which is so perfect. This one for blending and this one for brushing. They are fantastic. So I'm just going to get straight into it and show you how to contour. Before I contour, I prep my face, and for that I use a few different things. So I've got the Rodeo, their new Dragon's Blood Serum. This is a sculpting serum, so perfect for sculpting those cheekbones. It's absolutely lovely. It's one of the new releases. Really recommend using that as a nice base. And on top of the serum, I use a primer, which is Illamasqua's Hydrogel. I love this primer because my skin is very dehydrated and dry, and it's just an absolutely perfect base to put my foundation on. Foundation, as always, is my MAC Mineralized Foundation in NC25. I've also put on a little bit of eyebrows and a little bit of mascara, so let's get contouring. First up, you take the sculpting brush from Contour Cosmetics, and I'm using the second colour on the top palette. What you want to do is apply the formula into the hollows of your cheeks, from just above the corner of your mouth to the tip of your ear. Make sure you completely avoid that apple part of your cheek and just sweep in the brush with the colour. Make sure you do both sides, and then you're ready to move on to the next section of the contouring. You then want to take again the sculpting brush and put on the darker shade into the outer corners of your forehead. And when you do this, you can be very precise. You can draw triangles. Here I'm just kind of going freehand and putting it kind of on the inner corners. So you kind of want to put quite a bit in the middle and then maybe make them a little more triangle on the side, a little bit thicker as you do this. It's really up to you, you know, how you put it on. Just kind of go with it. I'm making mine a lot bigger on the sides, and then I'm going to get ready and start on the chin. Now the chin, you want to sweep along the brush across the jawline just to give you that ultimate chiseled bone structure. So just think, when you're doing this, I want a really chiseled chin, and just really draw it in. So to create a plump lip, just add a little bit below the lip, and then also for a really narrow nose, just draw two lines down the center of your nose. So leave a section in the middle and then just draw a line on each side. Try and do it as straight as possible, but it's all going to be blended in the end anyway, so just draw it as best as you can, and then we'll move on to the highlighting part. With the highlighter, I'm using the first one. You can kind of work out for your skin tone which one is best for you. You want to start in the middle of your brow and sweep the formula up towards the centre of your forehead, so up towards those darker parts that you've already coloured in, and just build the product up as much as you can. Don't feel scared to put as much on. You want to really highlight this section and make it look as nice and smooth as possible. The next part you want to use on the highlighter is the brow. This is just to kind of highlight the brow bone and just emphasize the eyes. This next part is really important. This is highlighting from under your eye to the highest point of your cheekbone. This is going to really emphasize the bone structure and also work with the parts where we did the darker and the hollows of the cheek. So this is going to really highlight those cheekbones and also hide any dark circles too, which is what I love about kind of using the lighter colour for this section. So just apply it under each eye. You know, just be as careful or as not careful as you want. As you can see, I'm just sort of going for it and I'm applying it on in the direction. You also want to add a little highlight to the nose to work with the darker shade to help in the narrow effect. Apply a little bit above the lip for that fuller lip, and also a little bit on the chin as well, just to kind of extra plump that impression of the fullness of the lip as well. Now for the fun part, we get to take the blending brush and blend everything in. So you're starting with the lighter contour shade first. Use the blending brush to seamlessly blend the contour formulation using an upwards and outwards buffing motion. Just make sure everything is blended in. We'll come back to do the dark section in a minute, but what we want to do is make sure all the white sections are really blended in. So just go crazy with this and make sure you don't have any visible lines. What you want to then do is clean the brush and work on the brown darker sections and make sure they're blended into the lighter sections. The reason you do it separately is just to make it more seamless and have a really natural contour look. You don't want any nasty tiger stripes. I'm going to add a little pink blush to the apples of the cheeks just to add a little bit of extra contour, and also a nice lip just to finish the look, and that's how my contour look. All the details of this Contour Cosmetics palette will be in the show more section at the bottom of the video. Also the details of the other makeup that I used to complete this look there as well. I hope you've enjoyed watching how to contour, and I hope it helps you find it a little bit easier. As always, if you're new, please do subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video then do give it a thumbs up because I really appreciate it when you like it. Until next time, bye! I just like bright orange, which is really cool because you can find stuff.